Machchittaha madgata pranaha bodhayanta parasparam katayanyasya nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha. It's a shlokam from Bhagavad Gita. Krishna, he speaks about that person that is very interested in his gunanubhavam. And so for that case, he says that such a person is always talking about me. Krishna, as I mentioned previously, is known as Stavapriyan. We looked at it in Maṇivaṇṇā itself. I asked the question, why is he called Stavapriyan? Stavapriya, you see in the Vishnu Sahasranam, he likes hearing his praises. Is Krishna so petty that he just wants somebody to come around him always saying his praises? Does God not need somebody to tell him his praises? Isn't that seem kind of silly? To that I gave the answer that it's not about him hearing the praises. Rather, it's the fact that if we say it, others will also hear it, and thereby they will also be able to understand his greatness, right? He doesn't want himself to be praised much. Rather, he cares that other people, through hearing his praises, they will understand that he is Sarva Rakshakan, and they will get a sense of peace of mind in their life, right? For Krishna, it is not about his sake. Rather, it is about his protection for others is the point that's given. And so in that case, as well in this pasuram, I've given the topic of sharing is caring. As I mentioned, I've been splitting up the pasurams in 5 sets of 5 because traditionally that is what is done. I 5 times 5 plus 5. So first 5 we saw was an introduction for the entirety of Thiruppāvai. Then the next set of 10, that is 5 and 5 actually. You may ask, I gave it as a set of 10. Where's the 5 and 5 that? You see that 5 of them, she woke up the gopis. That's what happened in the next 5, it's the next set of 10. In 5 of those pasurams, she gave the details as to the time of the day. So she said, oh, the sun is coming up, or she gave the birds are cooing, or something or the other that showed the time of the day. In the other 5, she didn't do that. And so that is where you see the split of 5 and 5 in those 10. We saw how Andal woke up 10 different gopis, each one representing a different virodhi, a different thing that is obstacle in our own life. We saw that in the context of Disney princesses. Each gopi was a Disney princess for us. Then afterwards, Andal went to Nandagopan's house. At Nandagopan's house, she slowly woke up every single person to get to Krishna. She finally woke up Krishna. We saw that as the different players of chess, how Kannan is the one that is, Krishna is the one that is doing everything, and how he's acting through these different people. There are aspects of him is what we saw. We saw different gunams of him in that sense. Why is she going and waking up? We saw in the first 5 pasurams itself. This is all in the context of Bhagavad Gunanubhavam. For us, it is Bhagavad Gunanubhavam. However, Andal is using the excuse of saying that, oh, I'm going to do this vratam. As we saw in I Party, what happened? There was a bunch of people, they were there. All these gopis were spending time with Krishna. Their parents did not like that, so they stuffed them inside the houses. They didn't let them leave. Happened to be good time for Krishna. It stopped raining in I Party. Because of the lack of rain, they went and saw some astrologer. He said that, the closest person there, he said that, you guys have to do some puja for the rain to come. They asked, what sort of puja? Why do we have to do this? He said that, you get all the unmarried girls of this town and they can do this puja. Okay, how are they going to do it? I will assign a leader for you guys. Krishna can be the leader for this vratam. And so you see that they wanted to stop them from enjoying Krishna's anubhavam, from being around Krishna. And eventually it happened to be such that they had to send them for this vratam. They had to go see Krishna. This vratam, Andal is pretending to do it from Shiviliputtur. She's not living in Aipadi. She's not living in those places. However, she's pretending to do this vratam, Anukaram. What is the significance of that? I pointed out on the 4th day itself, Andal will never pray to somebody else for rain. She knows that Perumal will give whatever it is. But this is just another excuse for her to go see Krishna, right? For that Gunanubhava, it's an excuse for her. And so hence, in that sense, she's pretending on this. And today is the last set of last 5 pasurams. Today's sharing is caring was the topic I had given. What is the significance of today's topic is that now that she has reached in front of Krishna, Krishna is also sitting in front of her. She's now telling him about how we need to do this vratam, how for this vratam that they've talked about all this vratam and stuff, how she wants some objects for that vratam. However, in reality, it's fully just a metaphor that you see. It's all like you speaking on the outside. For instance, if somebody were to say a joke, there's things known as inside jokes, right? We say something on the top, other person would think, I don't understand the meaning of that. In reality, there's a different meaning to that. Similarly, there's a different meaning to this pasuram. We will look at it when we get to that. as you look at it, Mālē maṇivaṇṇā Margazhi நீராடுவான் மேலையார் செய்வனகள் வேண்டுவனையே கேட்டீர் ஞாலத்தை எல்லாரும் நடுங்கு முழல்வன பாலன்ன வண்ணத்துன் பாஞ்ச சென்னியவே போல்வன சங்கங்கள் பொய்ப்பாடுடையனவே சாலத் பெரும்பரையே பல்லாண்டு செய்ப்பாரே கோல விளக்கே கொடியே விதானவே ஆள் இல்லையாய் அருள் ஏலோர் எம்பாவாய். This pastime, I said, is the purpose of it is to Andal is showing the importance of sharing Bhagavad Gunanabhav. As I mentioned, Krishna also in Bhagavad Gita that Majjittaha Madgata Pranaha Bodhayanta Parasparam speaks about the importance of speaking, sharing. Shravanam, we see the 9 types of bhakti as well. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Achanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Main of those forms of bhakti is Shravanam and Kirtanam. Those are the 2 main ones. Everything else can be seen as even secondary. Why is that so? Because Shravanam is you hear about the qualities of the Lord, and thereby you get a sense of peace of mind. You understand that He is Sarva Rakshakan, or you enjoy His Leelas, and thereby you have this sense of happiness. Kirtanam, the person, for us to hear, somebody has to say, right? Even if you read a book, somebody has to say how, somebody has to write it. That is what the Kirtanam is, to say that. Some Shravanam, you can do it even if you don't know. Even if you don't know about the Gunanabhava, even if you don't know about the Gunams, you can do Shravanam. You can always hear. But Kirtanam, somebody has to know and say. So that means there's less people for Kirtanam. So what does that mean? Those that are able to do that Kirtanam, those that are able to speak about it, should speak about it so that others can also hear. And those people, once they know, they should also continue and speak about it, right? That is the point that is brought out here. Mālē maṇivaṇṇā. She says as Mal, he is known as Ashrita Vyamohan. Ashrita Vyamohan means he is one that is very caring for the Ashritas, or those that are his devotees. Everybody, every last molecule he's very caring for, right? Mālē maṇivaṇṇā. Mani refers to, Mani is known as, he's in the dark complexion is what is seen here. Maṇivaṇṇā. As I said, he's carrying Mālē. He has Ashrita Vyamohan, he's carrying. Maṇivaṇṇā, he's caring for everybody. What is the significance of the Mani, the color? It is dark hue. That Vanna is of dark color. You see that I brought up Pachima Malay Polmani. I brought up so many points where Ivars call him in different colors. What is the significance of all these colors is, at the end of the day, all of these colors denote the dark cloud. The dark cloud, right, when it's raining, it does not rain on a certain place saying that this person is taking care of the environment. This person is not polluted. This person has been a good person, and it rains only that. It rains equally everywhere. You see in the Vedas, there's so many yagas to like bring the rain, to have the rain to come. You do this yaga, this type of rain will come. You do this yaga, this will come. When that rain comes, when that yagam is done, is the rain only coming on that person that did the yagam? It comes on everybody. Perumal does not see the difference that, oh, you're doing yagam, so I'm going to give you rain. You are not doing yagam, so I'm not going to give you rain. That's just, Perumal is giving equally is what is shown in this point of Mālē maṇivaṇṇā. So he's giving Mālē, he's giving to everybody in excess. He's caring about us and taking care of us. Maṇivaṇṇā, he's taking care of everybody. This point of Mālē maṇivaṇṇā. There's another pastime from Swami Nammayar. Usually when we speak of Māl maṇivaṇṇā, there's another word of Perumal that should also be mentioned. Mālē Māyat Perumane. Māmayane and Mālē Eri Mālayalal Mandakurugur Shaivopan. Pale Tamil Isekare Pattar Paramayatin. Pale Patteve Pattum. Vallar Kille Parivade. Swami Nammayar, he says that Mālē, that such Mal, he's also Māmayan. He's Mālē, Māyat Perumane is Mayan. Māmayane, and he's so amazing. He does all these things we cannot understand. He's a magician. Andal does not say it here, but at the end of the pastime she says it. So when we get that, I will bring together this Mālē and maṇivaṇṇā along with this Ālinilayāl. Ālinilayāl refers to how he's a Māmayan, he's a magician. We will get to it that. Mālē maṇivaṇṇā. Margazhi Niraduvan. We need to, Margazhi is the month's name. Why is this month called Margazhi? Is a question that's asked. Mari refers to that which is the rain. When that rain, that Mari Kari means to be done, to be over. That Mari Kari, the rain is over, is what is denoted by this Margazhi. What is rain? Rain is when we go outside during the rainy season, it is very confusing. We do not see everything with clarity. The clarity does not exist when we leave outside of the house during the rainy season. And now if you go to Tamil Nadu during the rainy season, it will be flooded. You cannot, not only that you cannot see anything, you cannot even go outside, right? So during that time frame, there's no sorts of ability to go outside. So what is stopped? This Gunanabhavam is stopped. You cannot enjoy the qualities of the Lord when it is raining, when there's all these distractions, when there's no clarity. You cannot enjoy the Gunanubhavam. Margazhi, that rain, refers to that lack of clarity, is what is shown by Arvar in this point. Margazhi Neeraduvan. The clarity is, the lack of clarity is gone. The ignorance is gone. Why? He removed the ignorance. I've shown plenty of times that through the past pasurams that he's Virodhi Nirasanan. He's going to remove the obstacles. So once he removes the obstacles, Margazhi, what happens? Neeraduvan. What is Neeraduvan refer to? It is the Bhagavad Guna Avagahanam. Bhagavad Guna Avagahanam is what I've been saying from the beginning day. Periyavachan Pillai, when he starts his commentary for Thiruppāvai, he says, Shunai Neeradal, Bhagavad Guna Avagahanam. And then afterwards, he takes it in a different sense. However, my Acharyan is given the entirety of Thiruppāvai as Bhagavad Gunanubhavam as the purpose. That Bhagavad Gunanubhavam is the point of Thiruppāvai. So what do? Once this Margazhi is over, once this lack of clarity is gone, then now we do Neeradal. We bathe in his qualities. We fully dunk in his qualities and bathe in those good qualities of Perumal. We enjoy that. That's what we've come for. How do we do that enjoyment? Melayar Sevanagal, Venduvane KTL, whatever our periodical have done, we will do it in a similar way. Melayar Sevanagal, Venduvane KTL, we have come to you. Venduvan, you see in Tamil itself, I want this, is what we say. We say to God, oh, I'm asking. It is not asking. It is the fact that He is going to give us whatever we need. I keep saying protection, Rakshanam, etc. What is this Rakshanam? I keep saying Perumal is going to protect us, Perumal is going to protect us, etc. What does that mean? Rakshanam means whatever we need, He will give us. Whatever we don't want, He will, whatever we can't have, He will remove for us. Whatever is not good for us is what is shown that Rakshanartham. Audio
battery. I think there's some issue with the battery. Sorry about it. It was showing full battery. Full cartridge.
Sorry. A couple of people can move a little bit closer. It will be easier for me. It's kind of hard. I refer to Rakshanam. What is this Rakshanam that Perumal does? It is the protection. Protection is what I keep saying. Protection means to give what we need and to remove whatever obstacles there are. So that is what we are saying. Vendada means whatever we want. It is not what we want. It's whatever He feels that we should need. That is what He is trying to give. That is what Vendada for Venduvane KTL. We have come and asked you what we need. What do we need? Melayar Sevanagal, Venduvane KTL, Melayar Sevanagal, whatever Purvacharyas. You see, traditionally, if somebody starts a practice, within a couple of generations, people will add to it in so excess. You see, even in the Shiva Vaishnava tradition, and traditionally, there's only a couple of things that a Shiva Vaishnava's rituals a Shiva Vaishnava is supposed to do. He's supposed to do Thiruvaram. He's supposed to daily wake up the Lord, feed him, bathe him, feed him, do all that sorts of stuff in just recognition of the fact that any of those things that are things that He's doing for us. But within the last 750 years, in Mamuni's time, since Mamuni wrote Jiyat Padi, we have added so much to that. Now we are doing Sudarshana Homa, we are doing all sorts of different pujas, etc. because we think that through doing these things, we are going to achieve something. Even the practice, you see, Ayush Homam is done on the 1 year anniversary of a person being born. Traditionally, Shiva Vaishnavas aren't supposed to do that because Ayusham means to ask for more years to live. Krishna will give that, will He not? Why do we need to go ask Him for something of that such practices are added on later on? What is the point of this? Whatever that periodical did, even if we do less than that, it's okay. Let's not unnecessarily add more things to it and complicate ourselves. We add more things. Somebody comes and says, I brought up the point, Yattatinna Pittam Teliyum is the mindset all of us are in. I brought up that even in Tamil Nadu, we see that if one has bad health, what do we usually do? We should go to, he's the one that is, Perumal is the Maruthuvarai ninra maṇivaṇṇā. He's the one that is going to give us that good health, right? But now you see a practice in Tiruvallur, you see that people, if you want good health, they'll take salt and they will put it inside that temple pond. The temple pond is a freshwater pond. It used to have fish in it. Everybody thought that because they put salt inside that pond, their health will become better. That now that pond has turned into a saltwater pond, and now the fish in it are all dead. So that is what is the remnants of these extra practices that we are doing. We have to think a little bit beyond trying to do something to achieve Perumal, and instead realize that whatever our Periyorgal did, they did not do such things. Our Munnorgal, our ancestors, they only did the whatever is necessary for our sake. They only, what is Thiruppāvai? They only did that. What is Thiruppāvai? You cook for yourself and you recognize the fact that Perumal is the one that lets it happen, and then you consume it. That is what is necessary for us. If we put salt inside a pond, how can we say that our health is going to get better? It's a very questionable thing. I don't want to get into further details on that, but we shouldn't do more than what our Periyors did. Whatever our Periyorgal did, let's just stick with that and not add anything else. Because how did they know to do those things? Perumal gave them those things. You see that the Guru Parampara itself exists, right? You start with Lakshmi Natha Samanam, Vam Nataya Munamatyam. You start off all the Guru Parampara, the tradition itself starts with Periya Perumal, does it not? It starts with Sri Ranganatha. He was the one that passed on the traditions that needs to be followed. Did he not know what we should do and what we shouldn't do? So why do we need to add extra to that? Andal is saying, whatever you had done for them, whatever you told them to do, similarly, give us the same thing. Whatever Gunanupam you had given for them, give us the same Gunanupam. Why is that significant? Even in the Ayvar's Prabandhams, you see Ayvars let out so many stories. They don't say a lot of the stories that you see in the Puranas. For instance, you see the story of Dhruvan. Dhruvan is a person that meditated for thousands of years and thereby he achieved God. Ayvars never say that story. Similarly, you see the point that you see so many different things, like even in the Gajendra Moksham, Ayvar will never say that the elephant fought for 1,000 years. Nor will the Ayvar ever say that Draupadi had to struggle for some time before Perumal came and helped her. They will never say that, because they don't believe in the fact that we can do anything to protect ourselves. Whatever that sort of stories they will let out. Similarly, Andal is saying whatever Gunanubhavam you gave them, our ancestors, give us the same Gunanubhavam. Whatever stories are necessary for us, whatever qualities are necessary for our thought process. So how should we do that? Melayar Sevanagal Venduvane Ketil, Nyalatte Yallarum, Nadungu Moralvana, Palanavana, Tun Pancha Sanyame, Polvana Shangangal. Quite a long vacuum. She's basically saying we want the conch. You see, Sagosho Dratra Shtanam Hridayani Vyadarayat from Bhagavad Gita as well. What is the purpose of that? Krishna, he blew the conch, and then what happened? The Dhritarashtra, all the people on the Dhritarashtra's side, what happened to them? Suddenly they gave up. They were like, oh no, this isn't going to work out. We're not going to win. They realized on the spot itself when the Gosham came of the conch. What is that purpose? The conch, he blows it, that Virodhi Nirasanan. Whatever bad qualities in us we have, we will realize that, oh, they will go away. He is going to take care of us. Ahankaram, Amakaram is the main bad quality that I've been bringing up a lot. The reason I'm bringing up a lot of philosophical points in this pastram today is because Andal in these next 5 pastrams is packing it with as much philosophy as we can. Because at the end of the day, right, this is the final conclusion. Until now, she was just teaching us. Now this is review before the final exam. So now she's trying to pack as much information as possible. So I'm also trying to pack as much philosophical information as possible here. Sagosho, Dhritarashtanam, all that Virodhi, that Ahankaram, Amakaram, to think that we are doing something. We are going to achieve him. We are going to do. He doesn't have anything. We are Kattitvam. I brought up 4 types of Kattitvam. I can go into. If I keep going into this, it will go in a separate direction. But that is, you see so many different types of Virodhis we have in us. That Virodhi will all go away with that conch. That conch is what is brought up here. Melayar Sevanagal Vendivane Ketil, Nyalatte Yallarum, Nadunga Moralvana, so that everybody hears it and they shiver. Who should shiver? Everybody else should shiver? No. The bad qualities in us should shiver. The bad qualities in everybody else should shiver. If you hear that Krishna was able to kill Kamsa, you shouldn't think that, oh, he goes around killing people. That's not what Perumal's purpose is. Perumal's purpose is to kill our bad qualities is what is shown here. So when you say these qualities of Perumal out loud, when you do this Gunanubhavam out loud, when I do this Kirtanam, then you should also think, oh, I have this bad quality, but I don't have to worry about it. Perumal will worry about it and remove it, right? That's what is shown here. It is the conch is in white color. It is very white. What that white refers to is doshamless. It is without dosham. It is without flaw. You see, Andal also later on she says, Govinda, all of his grace is without any flaw. He's not going to, you're going to say that, oh, Krishna will remove half of my dosham. I have to remove half of the dosham. Meet him in halfway point. He doesn't say that. Polvana Changangal, that those Changangals, those conches, he will, that conch of his, it is without miss, it is without flaw. That flaw is that we do not have to do anything. He will do the entire thing, and he will make sure it's done right. We see that I will tell somebody, don't worry, I will take care of it. I will do the job very bad, right? My mother says you should do something, I will try to do it, and then afterwards she will have to come and redo it after me, right? That's not the case here. He will do it without flaw. He will do it perfectly. That is what the Palanda Vannattun Panjasanime, it was a very white conch. It is without any flaws. Polvana Shangangal. Such shankas we should have. Kanna, give us these shankas. Remember, I said that she's asking for different objects for this vratam. First object for the vratam she's asking for is this shankam. What is the purpose of the shankam? To be loud and to announce to everybody that this is happening, that we are doing this gunanubhava. To loudly say this gunanubhava, let it be heard in all different directions to everybody without a miss. When you blow the shanka, is it that only certain people can hear the shanka? Anybody in that radius will be able to hear that shanka, right? Similarly, everybody near us will hear this gunanubhava. We should chant without the indiscrimination, is what Andal shows in that Polvana Shangangal. We want those that are singing the Lord's grace. We want that perum parai. What is the perum parai? She wants the drum. Again, the drum also refers to, if you beat that drum, what will happen? Everybody around us will hear the greatness of the Lord. Furthermore, parai also till now I have given meaning as sankalpam, Perumal's wishes. Everything will happen according to your wishes only. If you do not want to give this gunanubhavam for us, it will not happen. Jnatitve kartatvam is something I been bringing up the past couple of days. Jnatitve kartatvam. If he wants to give us that thought process that, oh, you should do gunanubhava, it will happen. If he decides no gunanubhava for you, I'm not giving you that thought process, it's not going to happen. No matter how hard we try, it won't happen. That jnatitve kartatvam is brought out here in this pasuram. That is what is brought up by the fact of parai. Parai means his sankalpam. If he wants something to happen, it will happen. Furthermore, parai also refers to the drum. Both meanings can be taken. That perum parai, that big drum. You want to beat it and everybody should hear. When we do something, these gunanubhava, we should not do it in oneness. We should not go as only one person. Andal could have sang this Thiruppāvai for us as one person. We saw that she woke up 10 Disney princesses. 10 Disney princesses, she wasn't just waiting for those 10 people. If let's just say, for instance, right, Andal before that had 5 lakh people minus 10. That's how many gopis were there, right? She had all 5 lakh people plus Andal minus 10. 10 gopis that were missing. If we had 5 lakh people and then we are missing 10, most of us will say, it's okay, we'll just go about it, we'll let go of those 10 people. Andal did not do that. She waited for them and had them also come. Pallan Diseppare. We do not do something on our own. We will always wait for others and we'll always bring them as well. வாராற்பட்டு நின்னீர் உள்ளீரே வந்து மண்ணும் மனமும் கொண்மேன் கூறாற்பட்டு நின்னீர்களே எங்கள் குருவினில் புகழோட்டோம் ஏராக்காலம் பறிப்பினோம் நாங்கள் இராக்கதருவார் இலங்கை பாராளாக படைபொழுதானுக்கு பல்லாண்டு கூறுதுமே. Her father Periyarvar also does the same thing. He said as soon as he wants to do this gunanubhava, as soon as he starts that, he says, let me bring as many people as want to come join me. We don't do this alone. Pallan Diseppare. I want other people to come and join me, Krishna. So also give me a little bit of, give me some servants, give me some people to help me out with this, is what Andal is saying, for this gunanubhavam, for spreading it everywhere. Pallan Diseppare, kola velakke. You see, she also asks for usually if you do some puja or vratam, you want a lamp. No puja is done without a lamp usually. What does this lamp denote? Vayyantagaliya, Varkadalai Niyyaga, Deyakadiron Velakkaga, Say Sudarayan, Adike, Shutinen Sulmale, Idai Ningigavend. The lamp refers to the fact that all of our ignorance will be destroyed. It is the light that we lamp. Why do we light lamps on Diwali? Is there any point to lighting thousands of lamps? What is the purpose of that? We should light those lamps. Why do we light those lamps? To recognize the fact that any sort of virodhi in us, any sort of ignorance in us is going to go away. When you light a lot of lamps, there's more knowledge. You will be able to see more clearly. That is what is denoted by that as well. The lamp itself denotes. Why is it known as Mangalakaram? Why is it known as good omen? Because it will remove that ignorance. When ignorance is removed, you have bliss, right? Funnily enough, day after tomorrow's topic is ignorance is bliss. We will look into how I will say the exact opposite on that day. But right now, we are looking to how if we remove that ignorance, we will have that knowledge, right? So that is what is shown here. That is what the purpose of that lamp is. We want the flag. What are they going to do with the flag? Usually, when you saw, when our country reached the moon, what is the first thing we did? We put a flag on the moon. What is the purpose of that? Flag denotes victory. If somebody wins somewhere, first thing they'll do is they'll go put their flag. We want victory in what we are doing, Kanna. We want victory in this Gunanubhava. We want everybody to hear it through your parai, through your sankalpam. Poipad, your perumparai, out of your sankalpam, your wish, we should have this kodiye, we should put down this flag. We should win is what Andal is saying in this point. Furthermore, the flag also has another point. Go to any Vishnu temple in South India. During the Brahmotsavam time, there's a flag that is hoisted. What is the point of the flag? You see anywhere around, people will see that flag and realize, oh, there's a festival happening there. We should also go and join in on the festival. It is to show other people that, hey, we are doing Gunanubhavam here. Come join us. It is another way to bring in people, to get other people to join us as well. These are the two reasons Andal brings up flag here. Kodiye. Vitaname. Vitanam is this cloth that they put above Perumal, usually in temples and so during Parpad. They will have a cloth above Perumal to prevent things from falling on top of him. Similarly, Andal is asking for a cloth to put on top of us. Any external virodhis. There's internal virodhis, right? Through the Shankha, he will remove all the internal virodhis. He will also remove any external virodhis. Anybody else that is trying to stop us from this Gunanubhava, any other sorts of virodhis that you see, obstacles, virodhi equals obstacle. He will remove that as well, is what Andal is saying. Vitaname, Alinilai. Before this, I said Mālē maṇivaṇṇā. I said that when we looked at that itself, I said that usually when we look at Mālē and maṇivaṇṇā, another word also has to be brought up. Mālē, Māyapirmane, Māmayane ennenne, Mālē eri Mālēral, Mannakurugur Sharagopan. What is the specialty of that? Pale Tamare Risekarat, Pattal Paravamayatin, Pale Patti Vevatum, Vallar Kille Parivade. In fact, even in that pasturam, Swami Nammayava talks about how everybody's enjoying these pasturams and singing them out loud. In this pasturam also, we're seeing the exact same thing. Arvars are Pesitte, Pesu Meka Kantagal. They will all say the exact same things again and again, trying to get it in some way or the other into our heads. But why is this Mamayan? She brings up the Ali Nilayai or Ali Nilayai. We see this Ali Nilay Krishna as something that is known. When he wanted to destroy the world, what did he do? He took the form of a small baby, a really small, this entire world. He took the small of a very minuscule baby, sat on a small alin talir, this very small leaf, and then he consumed the entirety of the universe. You may ask, how can a small baby consume the entirety of the universe? This baby is supposed to be smaller than even our own hand, is what we see in the Shastrams, that Krishna took such a form and he consumed it. Because there's nothing he cannot do. You cannot ask any questions about what he's doing. There's a beautiful story where Narada, he wants to know who's the best devotee of the Lord. Narada very commonly wants to know that. It seems that in many points of in the Puranas, he wants to know who is the best devotee. So this is another story in which he wants to know who's the best devotee. He goes to he asks Perumal, how can I find out who's the best devotee? He said, oh, you go and you say that I am taking an elephant and I'm putting it through the eye of a needle. And then I'm putting it through the eye of a needle. That's what I'm doing. So he says, okay. And then he comes down to this world and he goes to a Brahmana, very learned person. He knows that who that Mālē is, who that Lord is, etc. He will know all these things. He goes to that person. He says, I just came back from Vaikuntha. This person said, wow, you came back from Vaikuntha. Tell me, what is Perumal doing? Which he says, he's taking a needle and through the eye of it, he's putting an elephant. This Brahmana says, you're lying. Why? That's no logic behind that. Then he says, okay. And then he goes to another person, a cobbler. The cobbler also, he tells the cobbler that, oh, Perumal he doesn't know anything. The cobbler is without any jnanam, doesn't know Shastra, doesn't know anything. He tells him that, oh, Perumal is the one that is, he's taking the eye of a needle and through that he's putting the elephant. He says, wow, Perumal can do so many different things. I can't even imagine how he can do such great things. All in Ilayayarul, Mamayan. There's nothing that he cannot do. And furthermore, you cannot even understand why he's doing the things that he's doing. Even today morning, I was talking with my friend about, you look in 2.1.1 in the Periyarvai Thirumai. Periyarvai talks about Appuchi Kattugindran, Ammane Appuchi Kattugindran. He is tricking us. He is pretending to show something and he's scaring us and he's tricking us. What is he tricking us in? Which Prabandham that is shown, the story that is shown there is, that he went, that the Pandavas were defeated by the entirety of the Kauravas in the game of dice. And so what did Krishna do? He went for Tud. He went in the as a mission to go and convince them that, oh, you should give them at least a couple of plots of land for these people. At the end of the years of exile, that's what he does. And at that time, they say no, and he comes back. Beautifully, our acharyas say that you see Mālē is brought out that he's willing to go for another person. He's willing to bring himself down as a messenger for another person. Usually, how they do it is they will tie the message on the neck of a dog, and they will send the dog. They tied the message on Krishna's neck, and they sent him. He was willing to go down to that point for our sake, Mālē, but he's also Mamayan, because our acharyas say he purposefully went, because if they had sent somebody else, what if the war hadn't happened? Krishna wanted the war to happen. He wanted Mannin Bharam Neekudarke Vadapadanai Pirandan. He wanted the war to happen so that he can remove all the bad people from this world. You see that it was not only that the Kauravas side lost everybody, the Pandavas side also lost everybody. There was only 5 people left on this side. There was 2 or 3 people left on that side. The point is that Krishna will do anything he wants to. He will do everything and anything. You cannot understand why he's doing something, why he's not doing something. But you can be sure he's doing as maṇivaṇṇā. He's doing with concern for us. He's Mālē maṇivaṇṇā. He may be doing all inalaya arul. He may be doing all these things that we cannot understand. These crazy things. But in reality, it is all for our own sake, is what Andal shows in this pastime. All inalaya arul. Such gunanubhava, we will share it amongst everybody, is what Andal says in this pastime. With this, Adiyan will conclude today's pastime. Mālē maṇivaṇṇā Margazhi நாடுவான் மேலையார் செய்வனகள் வேண்டுவனே கேட்டீர் ஞானத்தை எல்லாரும் நடுங்கும் குழல்வன பாலன வண்ணத்தில் பார்த்து சென்னியமே கோல்வன சங்கங்கள் போய் பார்வையனவே சாரத் பெரும்பறையே பல்லாண்டு செய்ப்பாரே கோலவரங்கே கொடியே விதானமே ஆரினையாய் அருள் ஏலோர் என்பாய். 2 points. Tomorrow's pastime is one of our favorite pastimes, probably because of the prasadam for tomorrow. I'll talk about that tomorrow, but tomorrow's pastime title is Let's Party. And then further, on the 18th, we will look at the last pastime and then also the meanings of all 30 pastimes. I will explain on that day. So even if you are not able to come on a day-to-day, make sure to definitely come on that last day, because Andal will be giving a return gift on that day. That's the topic for that day.
Srimati Ramanujan Swami beautifully explained the meaning of this pasuram. Continuing on our anubhavam, we will show that this pasuram actually also can refer to as a prayer to our own acharya to bless us more and more. So Mālē maṇivaṇṇā. Mālē here refers to one who is madly in love with us. Like it refers to Krishna, who loves us so much. It is said that, as Swami said, he wanted the war to happen because he was so much in love with Mother Draupadi that Mother Draupadi had taken a sankalpa that without this Duryodhana and Duryodhana, who actually humiliated me in front of so many people, without them perishing, I will not tie my hair. That is the sankalpa he took. And Krishna could not see. Every time he was seeing Mother Draupadi, he felt very bad. Like, how long will she be like this? How long will she be? So he went there in the name of brokering a peace between the two. And actually, he made sure that every attempt is spoiled and the war happens as quickly as possible. And then he also made sure that Arjuna wins that war. It is, he was assuming the position of a charioteer, and then Arjuna was sitting on top, and then he was guiding. Actually, it was Krishna who was moving his. Just like a driver who drives in a traffic, he was driving it in such a way that all the arrows was making sure it was reaching the target, and etc. So to that extent, he went for the sake of his devotees. So Mālē maṇivaṇṇā, here it also refers to Acharya who loves Perumal so much, and the Acharya also loves us so much. Like seeing that how much we are suffering, we saw that how Bhagavat Ramanujacharya, he gave the mantra to everybody who is interested to learn without seeing the qualification. He just saw our desire to learn, and he did not see whether we are qualified enough to receive all these great truths. He gave it to everybody. Mālē maṇivaṇṇā. Maṇivaṇṇā again refers to Krishna, who is a precious gem. Acharya Kaikarya, or Acharya, is actually our precious gem, because all these meanings would not have come to us if they had not taken the effort to actually document them, to preserve them, to propagate them, and all the way here, right from again, the first Acharya is actually Lord himself is the first Acharya. Sridharaya Namaha, Sriye Namaha, we say. And then it comes all the way to Bhagavat Ramanujacharya Swami, who opened the door to everybody. And all the Acharya, Vaishnava Acharyas, they will go back, they will trace their origin back to Bhagavat Ramanujacharya Swami, because he was the first Kripalu, like he was the one Acharya who just bestowed his grace. He did not see any qualification. He said, all those who are interested, please let them have this knowledge. Please share. He also commanded his disciples to share this knowledge to all the people who are coming and who are showing interest. So maṇivaṇṇā refers to that precious gem. He is more precious. Our Acharyas celebrate that. Our Acharyas are more precious than Krishna himself. Then Margazhi Neeraduvan. So here it refers to the Margazhi month. Margazhi also refers to of all the margas to attain the Supreme Lord. What is the supreme? What is the easiest, and what is that which is extremely easy for us? It is referred to as like bhakti. I mean, people normally will say we will do karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. But these are all very, very difficult. Even to understand what these things, it will take us many, many janmas. Then we'll leave alone practicing all those things. Then the fourth one is Saranagati, which is what even Krishna teaches in Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna himself was very depressed actually after hearing the 760 plus slokas. He was very depressed. He was saying about Bhakti Yoga and other things. I cannot even understand them fully. When am I going to practice it? How am I going to do it? Then he says, don't worry, Arjuna. I am giving you the easiest method, which is Sharanagati. Just to surrender to me. I will take care of everything. You don't have to worry about it, right? Just like when we want to fly from India to US to India or vice versa, we just go and sit in the plane. The pilot takes care of everything. We don't know we don't know the route, we don't know how to fly, nothing. But he takes care of everything. What to speak of going from here all the way to Vaikunta, where we don't even know where it is. Okay, so he says, I will take care of it. Don't worry, just delegate the whole responsibility to me. But again, there is a big catch. It is our agankara and mamakara. We are thinking that no, we can do it. The great Acharya, Pulaloka Acharya says that we are born from time immemorial. We are having this agankara and mamakara within our hearts. Just to surrender, or it was easy for great Acharyas like Nammalvar to actually overcome their ego and surrender to the Lord. But for us, it is almost impossible. When we read the Sharanagati Shastra, it looks like it is more and more, and we are getting more and more afraid, because it talks about so many things what a Sharanagata has to do. Like even in the case of Mother Draupadi, she did not come and give her the sari till she gave up both her hands. Till the last moment, she was holding one hand and trying to protect herself. Completely, she has to surrender. Only then His grace will actually start working on her. So to reach that stage is also not easy. Then finally, our acharyas are given. There is a fifth stage, which is nothing but taking the shelter of an acharya, a bhakta. So when we take the shelter of an acharya, he will pray on our behalf. He will pray, just like you have given me this knowledge, just like you have given me this bhakti. Similarly, these little children should also be bestowed. And when an acharya prays, this Lord will always listen to him, because he is praying to his acharya. His acharya will pray to his acharya. And this goes all the way to Bhagavat Ramanujacharya Swami. And then Bhagavat Ramanujacharya, Lord Ranganatha promises him that all those who are having the sambandha or the connection with Bhagavat Ramanujacharya Swami, I will make sure that they are given the best of the best, which is nothing but getting ourselves relieved from this cycles of birth, death, old age and disease, this repeated samsara. He will make sure that he will give us that. And he will also give us moksham, which is the biggest, and the very purpose of our existence is to go there and enjoy the gunas of the Supreme Lord, that we are being denied because of our own agankara and mamakara, which again an acharya can just give it very, very easily. So again, the message here is that we have to take the shelter of the acharya. Again, we want to take the footsteps of our acharya and then do services to him. And then it talks about the white conch. The white also refers to the purity, actually, as Swami said. We are all having rajogunam and tamogunam. Okay, and that is also the outcome of this agankara and mamakara. So purity means the acharya will destroy all these rajogunam. It is actually a prayer to also the acharya to clean us, to purify us. And then Sala Perumparaye Pallan Dishikpare. Sala Perumpare means this is a Guru Parampara that is starting with the Lord himself. And then it has come down all to us. And it is a prayer to this Guru Parampara, or it is a prayer to our Acharya to also connect us with this Guru Parampara, so that we can also get uplifted. And then Pallan Disipare, what is the gift? The gift is nothing but singing, doing Mangala Sasaram to the Supreme Lord. So we are all, what we say is called, there are two dasais. One is called Jnana Dasai and the other one is called Prema Dasai. When we are in Jnana Dasai, we are thinking that the Lord has to protect me. That is the knowledge. But when we are overcome with Prema, that is overflowing love, just like how Periyar was, we will start seeing the Lord as our son. I have to protect my Lord. I have to take care of him. I have to bathe him. And that is the compassionate form of Lord that we are seeing in front of us. The Achamurti is not, it's not like a image or something. It is the Lord himself. We have to have that faith. And he is in our mercy. We want to offer food. Okay, we will take whatever prasadam you bring, I will take it. You give me a bath. In this way, he is showing his compassion to all of us. And that Achamurti, we want to sing Pallande. What he wants to hear from us is, he wants us to come and do Mangala Sasaram. He wants to come and bless him. That is the wish that he wants. So this prema or this overpowering love is something that an Acharya can give. And then he can also give us the Kola Vidake, enlightening us with knowledge. What is that knowledge? It is kind of easy to understand that we have to do service to the Supreme Lord. But the knowledge that the Acharya gives us is, it is not enough if we stop that. We have to serve the devotees of the Supreme Lord. The bhaktas are also equally important. In fact, they are more important. So we want to enlighten us with that jnana so that we also serve the devotees of the Supreme Lord in a very nice manner. Then Kudiye Vidaname. So here it refers to Kudi. So when we are in this connection with our Acharya, Vaikuntham will automatically be bestowed upon us. The Supreme Lord and the devotees, they will make sure that we are given Vaikuntham. They will take it on them as it is their responsibility to release us from this bondage of samsara and give us that eternal bliss that everybody can enjoy in Vaikuntham. And Vitaname here refers to the pandal, the outside covering that is usually done. And here it can also refer to Adisesha. Adisesha is protecting the Supreme Lord. Just like how he is serving the Supreme Lord, we also want to be bestowed with similar blessings so that we can serve our own Acharya in that same manner. And then Alin Ilaya, it refers to the banyan tree. Actually, Alin Ilai means it refers to the big banyan tree. Similarly, for us, our shelter is Acharya. So it is also can be inferred as a prayer. It can be enjoyed as a prayer, referring to our own Acharya to bless his mercy more and more on us, so that we can also get enlightened and we can also enjoy the supreme bliss that all of us are anxiously waiting for. With this, we will stop today and we will continue tomorrow.
The most important thing that we, after all of this listening, if nothing sync when we goes in, the one thing is Palanna Vannathun Panjasanyame. That's what we need to remember, because that's the celebration starts one not tomorrow, today. So today, the most important is the prasadam is made out of milk, candy, sugar, crystals, right? That's what the prasadam is for today. And prasadam is not it's an emotion. It's not any other affair like in Vaishnava groups. So that's the crux of the message. So Brahma is waiting for that prasadam, and we will do the
I think
just making sure that prasadam, and then sadhana, just show that. So we'll all